So was the president's first trip overseas a success? Laura Ingraham is a Fox News analyst and nationally syndicated radio host. Laura, good to see you. Good morning.
Hey, Matt.
Let's start with the brass tacks of the trip. The president went with some stated goals. He wanted money from these other leaders to help with the global economic recovery. He wanted some help in Afghanistan, whatever form that might have taken, whether military or financial. He wanted to talk about nuclear non-proliferation. So give him a report card on those subjects.
Well, look, first, when it comes to getting all these countries to give 2% of their GDP for this global stimulus, I mean, they took that off the table before they even went overseas on this big trip. So that was completely lost. This idea that we were going to bring people to the table and we were going to come up with this plan that was going to make the world safer. Look, we're going to meet with the Russians some point in the next year. There's no clear sense that that's going to accomplish anything. We know Russia, Matt, was set to eliminate some of these defense systems and update their defense systems, and this was a conversation that the Russians started to have with President Bush. So I don't think we've seen much there. Look,
so let's be fair and say that he didn't come away accomplishing what he went there to accomplish, but is it possible to say and look at it slightly differently, Laura, and say some of these things take a while to bear fruit, and that perhaps some of these leaders, these other leaders, were reluctant to come forward with some of these things under the glare of the summit spotlight, and they may be more forthcoming in the coming weeks and months?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's possible. But look, we know that Europe loves President Obama. He had adoring crowds. The press loves Obama. The question is, how will this date end? Okay? The question is, to what end? Why do they love President Obama? They love his personal story. They love his wife. North Korea, China, and Russia don't really care about Michelle's arms and whether they gave an iPod to the Queen. Okay, they care about whether America is still going to lead, exhibit strength, and doesn't just talk about these vague concepts, Matt, of global cooperation,
right,
but actually backs up talk with action.
And
that's where I think he failed. The North Korea missile test was his first test, and what's happened since? The UN Security Council, a deafening silence. Now, the popularity of Obama is so far not translating into a lot, but look, he's well liked, and he has succeeded, I think, in turning a page, but the Europeans haven't done much yet.
Well, let me take it a step further, because some critics of President Obama say the reason the Europeans love him is less about respect and more about the fact that he's been somewhat apologetic, and some would call that honest, and the Europeans like, this is less about respect and more about schadenfreude. They like to see a diminished United States. Would you be on that bandwagon?
Well, yeah, they like to see America on her knees until they need America. So they love the fact that he said we're arrogant. Americans don't understand Europe. They love the fact that he continued to talk about America and her flaws and yeah, I believe in American exceptionalism, but the Greeks believed in their exceptionalism and Britain believes in her exceptionalism.
But wasn't he pretty even-handed with that, Laura? I think the part of the speech that you're referring to right now, let me read it as I throw my glasses on here. He said, quote, "In America, there's a failure to appreciate Europe's leading role in the world. Instead of celebrating your dynamic union and seeking to partner with you to meet common challenges, there have been times where America has shown arrogance and been dismissive, even derisive." But in the next sentence, he went on to say, "But in Europe, there is an anti-Americanism that is at once casual but can also be insidious." So what's wrong with kind of starting from that base level of saying we've both been to blame in the past?
Well, that's fine. That's fine. He did say that. There was one or two mentions of that. But I think what we didn't hear from the president is a challenge to Europe, a strong challenge to say, look, I'm asking my people back at home to sacrifice in this time of global crisis. We need Europeans to sacrifice more. We need you to make a real commitment militarily to securing liberty and freedom in the world, and we will lead. We always have, and we will continue to lead. I'm not making apologies for America's desire to lead the world. We believe we have the right path forward. We're listening to you, but we're leading. He got not a single French troop, Matt, not a single French troop to join the effort in Afghanistan. Nothing. They got a paltry increase in the number of troops going to Afghanistan on this trip. For someone who is this popular and so laudatory about global cooperation and these ideals, he comes home with precious little in terms of results in global cooperation. That's my point. Is he well liked? Absolutely. Does he have a beautiful family? Yes. Does it result in actual benefits to us, the American people? I don't think so.
All right, Laura Ingraham. Laura, it's good to have you here as always.
Thanks,
nice
Matt.
seeing you. Thanks.